hope everybody's having an amazing day. I'm having an amazing day. Once again, it's one of those moments where you kind of been sitting in your truth and you kind of have those moments, and I'm trying not to cry. I think I cried it all out. But you have one of those moments where you kind of talk to God and He just reveals things to you, and then you cry, and then you just kind of feel drained, like you could take a nap. That's where I am. But before I fall asleep, two things I want to share really quick. I pray that you guys hear my words and they touch your ears, and if it applies to you, it applies to you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I just want to share my truth with you guys. There was two things in my life that I did that was very hurtful and very loving. One of the most hurtful things that I have ever done when I've been coming in my truth with myself is when I first got diagnosed with bipolar disorder. If you're new to my channel, I was diagnosed with bipolar 2. Yeah, bipolar disorder 2. They have, it's levels to this, but anyway. I was in a lot of pain, and unfortunately when people are in a lot of pain, something that I've noticed and I've heard is that we tend to hurt the people that are closest to us. And I can just tell you, one of the meanest things that I think and I believe that I ever did is when I was diagnosed and I was going through my diagnosis and I was having my pain and I was suffering. I was just really suffering. I lashed out at J. Rao and I told him that he was the reason why I was depressed. Because at that time I couldn't even claim bipolar. I wouldn't even say the words because I just felt so guilty and so ashamed. And I told him that, you know, if we didn't live where we were living, and even when my mother, I think that was like the meanest thing I said, even when my mom died, I didn't get depression. And I didn't have depression. So clearly it has to be him. Like it has to be him. It ain't me. It ain't me. It's you. It's got to be you. You said that to him, and now, you know, looking back and going over things, and like I said, I do the work with Byron Katie. So I did the work on that thought. The thought was that J. Rao was the reason for my depression. And during the work, and I'll have the worksheet linked below, or you can go on thework.com. I sound like a little spokesperson. Hey, Byron Katie. Sheet is called a Judge and Able worksheet. And basically you take a thought and you do the worksheet. So I did the worksheet on that. And so two things that came from my work, and this is just my work. One, that was the meanest thing that I have ever said to anyone, to put so much blame on one person, so much burden on one person, to let somebody think like, wow, even after their mother died, they weren't sad, but they met me, and I'm the one that cracked the mold. You know, I'm the one who knocked her off her game. Number one, it was so mean for me to say, and I have recently apologized to him for that. And number two, it was so untrue. So untrue. And when I say untrue, I mean so untrue that it was just a lie. It was a lie. That's probably what untrue means. Untrue means lie, right? Yes, audience? Yeah, that's what it means. Yeah, untrue means lie. What happened, honestly, and now that I'm doing the work and I am working on myself, when I was told, and a lot of mothers do this, and the reason I'm sharing this for you, because any new mothers or mothers, when I was told I was going to become a mother, the world stopped, okay? Tyne is about to become the mother, and I have to be the best mother ever. Number one, my mom's gone, so I have to, you know, I have to be great for her because these are her grandchildren, and how would she want me to raise her grandchildren? Her grandchildren would have to be smart, and they would have to be strong, and they would have to be this and be that. And I'm a bold, and I am a gray, and I'm a gray woman, and I'm raising bold and gray women, and they have to be these great women. So I went on this journey that no one put me on. I sent myself to raise these amazingly great children, which means Tyne had to die. Now, no one said Tyne had to die. Tyne told Tyne she had to die. Tyne's feelings, Tyne's thoughts, Tyne's wants, Tyne's concerns, Tyne's well-being went on the back burner because in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I was just a mom. Now, mind you, I was 26 years old. So let's just say, let's not even count 6. 20 of those years I was a person who had thoughts, feelings, concerns, wants, needs, aspirations, and dreams. And all of them had to go over there so I could be this mom. Because of course, everything has to be about the kids. And then on top of that, forget J-Row. He doesn't even exist. He doesn't even exist. And ladies, you know it. You become a mom and it's like, boy, you better go. Don't you see I got a baby? So he didn't even exist. So what happened was Tyne, J-Row didn't do anything to Tyne. Tyne killed Tyne. And when Tyne killed Tyne, it not only killed me physically, it killed me emotionally and mentally. And the reason I was able to adjust after my mom died a little better, you know, we're still healing, but I was able to adjust because that part of me, who I was, did not die just because my mom died. I didn't tell myself that I had to die when my mom died, but for whatever reason, I told myself to be a good mom, it had to be about the kids, constantly about the kids. It's just the kids, nobody else but the kids. The airplane is going down. What do they tell you? The first thing you do is you put the mask on yourself. And then you help your kids or your significant other or the person next to you. If you're not okay, if okay in here, in your spirit, in your soul, mentally, physically, emotionally, if you're not okay, how can you be great for them? And that has nothing to do with your significant other. That has nothing to do with your kids. That is you. That is your responsibility. You have to think about it. This man controlled how he brought on my body. Do you know how much power I'm giving him? You can control my bipolar. So if you tell me I'm okay, because if that was true, J-Row should have looked at me and be like, okay, Tyne, you are not bipolar no more. You are not depressed no more. It didn't work like that. It didn't matter what he did or what he said or where we went or what happened until I got a grip. Girl, it was what it was. And it was like that not only with the relationship with my kids, because there's nothing that my kids did was good enough. Because of course nothing I did was good enough. So of course how could anything they do was good enough? And how could anything my brother do good enough? And my father and everything. It's a vicious cycle. So I'm telling you, the meanest thing that you can do is not take care of you. The most unkind thing you can do, the most unloving thing you can do to your family is not to take care of yourself. And if anybody tells you that's being selfish or spoiled or this, that, and the third, you have to think about it. What about that mother who feels heart palpitations? She feels pain in her chest. She doesn't check on herself because she's running after her children. And she doesn't go to the doctor and she doesn't check on herself and blah, blah, blah. And we're not judging anybody. This happens all the time. And then that mother grows ill because she never saw if she was okay. How can she now run and check on her kids if she's in a hospital bed? How can a father? How can a grandmother? How can an aunt? How can an uncle? If you're not okay, how can you be there for them? And how dare you blame your mess on someone else and make them take responsibility or try to make them take responsibility? I'm not okay, so it's your fault. That's giving somebody a lot of power over you. It's a lot of power to give somebody. Why aren't you okay? This video should give you a thought in your brain, just a different thought. But this should not make you feel sad or make you feel condemned or anything like that, because you know what type of parent you are. You know what type of mother you are. You know what type of relationship you have with your husband. So if you have a good relationship with your husband, this is nothing. If you're a mother who makes sure that she's okay, this is nothing to do. But if you go, do I check in with myself? This is not to condemn you in any way. This is to share my truth, and hopefully my truth can help you. If you're suffering with, or if you have suffered with depression, or if you're unhappy, what's wrong with you? Check in. Do a check. Just talk to yourself. Hey, what's going on? And don't put anybody else in it. Don't put, oh, the kids are doing this, and this is happening, and that's happening, and this is. Really, dig deep. Because when I digged at my deepest cores, I was unhappy because I was unhappy with the way I was treating Tyne. I had told Tyne that she had to be this certain person, and it was driving me crazy. Literally. As soon as I took off those glasses of what I was as soon as I took off that Tyne has to be the perfect mom to raise the perfect kids, to do this, and this, I got to really start to enjoy my family. I got to start to enjoy myself. I got to start asking myself, what do I want? And the crazy thing about it is that because I haven't really asked myself what I want in almost Lala 6, I don't know. So that's amazing. I feel like a kid. I'm not the 21-year-old I was, and I'm about to be 32, and I don't really know. And every day, like little teeny things, I have to ask myself, hey, what do you want to do today? I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'll read my Bible. Maybe I'll do the work. Maybe I'll take a walk. Maybe, because I haven't asked myself. Because everything had to be the kids. What did the kids want? What did J-Ro? Maybe every now and then, what did J-Ro want? But the most part, what did the kids want? What did the kids want? And I will also leave you on is, hey, that lady or that guy over there that you had these kids with, that's with you, that's your helpmate. Yeah, I have tried to film this end clip like 100 times. I don't think the devil wants me to say it, but I'm gonna try to get it out. I don't even know where I'm at, but the ending part was I would say is that, yeah, J-Ro, I made sure that he ate, and I made sure that, he had work clothes and he was okay, but I really didn't check in. Because clearly if I wasn't checking in on myself, how could I possibly have time to check in on him or even notice he exists when everything was focused on that? So these are all just thoughts. These are all my truths and thoughts for you to think about, to do whatever it is you want to do. I'm just so blessed to have these moments to talk to you guys and just kind of spew out the things that I am coming to little revelations about. And that's all this is, just little revelations that I'm having, and I'm just sharing it with you. And I'm just grateful for anybody who just wants to, listen or hear me or take the time out their day to even watch. So I'm just grateful for that. That's all this really is. You guys take it and do what you want. But anyway, that I could, I guess my truth can be, anyway, my truth kind of resembles your truth. And I found a little bit of happiness and joy. Maybe you try it and you find a little bit of happiness and joy. That's all I can really ask for. That's all anyone can ask for, honestly. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next. Bye, guys.